Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to continue to be your daily advocate. If you're new here or you're not subscribed for any reason, please do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button. Thank you to all of you who have been watching and following me for so long. It truly means a lot, and I'm glad that I can be this person.
Everyone in the XRP community has been wondering exactly when this whole Ripple versus SEC lawsuit will end. One thing is for sure, this case might take a while. Already has, but in today's video, we will highlight some crucial timelines that James K. Filan shared on his Twitter feed. We will discuss some of the conversations between Filan and Jeremy Hogan on Twitter regarding the timeline of the lawsuit. Some of the other things we'll be going over are when some of the motions and decisions are due. And on top of that, we have some very interesting info that James Filan shared about Judge Torres, who is presiding over this Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. Today's video will share some juicy details about all that and a whole lot more. But before that, let's roll that beautiful intro. For the most talked about things in the market right now are the price of XRP and when we expect it to moon. Along with that is the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit and when we should expect this case to be concluded. The lawsuit has been going on for over a year and a half now. So far, it's a bit frustrating for the XRP community as we still don't see an end to this. Well, unless a settlement comes out of the blue. So while at it, we'll look at what James Filan shared on his Twitter thread. He laid out different timings for the upcoming motions that need to be filed and decisions that Judge Netburn and Judge Torres must make. We also have some information about the appeals process, the summary judgment motions, how long we expect them to take. By the end of it all, we will have a better insight into how long this entire lawsuit might take before we see an end to it. There are a couple of layers of the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit that needs to be uncovered. We need to know how long it will take before knowing if the Ripple's fair notice defense stands, if XRP is really a security, and all the messy in between. Remember, we are also still waiting on the Hinman emails that are still yet to be released. James Filan has always been an invaluable resource to the XRP community, and now we'll get into what he shared about the timelines in detail. First, any party that wants to move for summary judgment has to provide the other parties an electronic copy in Microsoft Word format of its statement of material facts pursuant to Local Rule 56.1. A Local Rule 56.1 statement is a short and concise statement in numbered paragraphs of the material facts as to which the moving party contends there is no genuine issue to be tried. A material fact is one that must be resolved to make a decision on the motions. The party moving for summary judgment must, at the same time, provide the other parties any admissible evidence cited in its Rule 56.1 statement that has not been previously produced during discovery. They only have to produce evidence that is admissible, so that would not include the documents the court previously said the parties did not have to give the other side. For example, Brad and Chris's personal financial information or the Estabrook notes. Then, the party opposing the motion for summary judgment has to reproduce each entry in the moving party's Rule 56.1 statement and then write its response directly beneath it. After that, the party moving for summary judgment has to email and file on the docket for us to see a pre-motion letter to Judge Torres explaining to her the basis for its anticipated motion for summary judgment and attaching the opposing party's response to the Rule 56.1 statement, which will show whether and which material facts the parties agree on. Then, the party opposing summary judgment has to email Judge Torres and file a letter explaining why it is opposing the motion on the docket. After that, Judge Torres will review everything and inform the parties whether a motion for summary judgment is warranted, and if so, set a briefing schedule for the filing of the motions. Only then can the motions be filed. Now the parties are submitting a proposed schedule this Friday, and it's technically possible that the parties will agree to waive the requirements of pre-motion letters and the exchange of Rule 56.1 statements of facts. I have to think that Ripple, Brad, and Chris would want to waive these requirements and be pushed very hard for a faster schedule. But with the SEC delaying this case at every turn, you must really wonder if the SEC would ever agree to the waiver and make this battle less cumbersome or faster for anyone, even for Judge Torres. Even if the parties agree to waive the requirements, Judge Torres has to agree to that waiver. Also, I expect that the parties will challenge some of the other parties' experts, although I expect that to be a part of the summary judgment process. The amicus briefs also have to be reviewed. The point is that all of this adds to the time that it will take for Judge Torres to decide, because those challenges have to be determined. All of this isn't very easy and will be slower than we want. I don't want you to be disappointed when the briefing schedule comes out. I don't think we will see a schedule that contemplates briefing beginning in June. I believe that a more realistic timeline for summary judgment motions would be opening briefs in either July or August, and then all briefings completed by either October or November. The issue of the Hinman documents and emails is still being decided, but I think the decision on that would be made while the summary judgment motions are pending, which is why I believe the Ripple defendants have said they are prepared to go forward with summary judgment before that issue is decided. And for reference, Judge Torres recently issued a summary judgment ruling in a complicated case involving gender discrimination claims against Goldman Sachs. The briefing in that case was completed last November, and the decision was issued in mid-March of this year. The point is that this is a complicated case, and it will continue to take time, more time than we want. The market is constantly in motion and constantly changing. Every new day is different from the previous one. At some point, the market movement stops. The sideways movement begins and people start losing money because they do not know how to switch from one market structure to another. At such moments, newcomers begin to doubt their strategy and blame it for losses, eventually abandoning it altogether. Such actions do not lead to good results. If a trader cannot keep his composure during a loss streak, then the market will beat him every new week again and again. At such moments, you should keep in mind the 4 truths related to price action and crypto trading. These truths can keep you afloat and keep you from going crazy. 1. Price action is not a system. Price action is not a complete trading system. This should not be forgotten. You cannot mindlessly believe every price action signal that appears as it seems to you on the chart. You have to think and choose the best entry opportunities. You should be careful. Start trusting your intuition, which will start working correctly only when you get enough bumps. That is, gain experience. 2. Does price action work? Price action appeared back in the 18th century, and it worked then. It works now, and it will work in the future. The thing is that price action is based on logical principles that work outside the market. At the same time, don't forget about the losses that are inevitable. Price action, it's not the holy grail. You must be disciplined, be able to correctly understand and use the signals that price action gives. Even the best traders have unprofitable positions, while professionals do not allow losses to destroy their entire account. Moreover, profitable positions cover losses, after which there is still money for life. 3. Candles and price action. Many beginners have studied the price action patterns a little, having learned the candlestick formations, run to trade, and lose money. Price action is not only candle formations. The main strength of price action is reading the entire chart and understanding the situation, understanding how the price moved before, how it is moving now, and what is likely to happen in the future. You must learn to feel the mood of the market, not be afraid to look at the older time frames, be able not to lose sight of the big picture. It is the poet who advises trading on higher time frames in order not to lose sight of the movement of the main trend. 4. Persistence in trading. Crypto trading, it is not the easiest activity that requires you to improve yourself every day. If you decide to really become a profitable trader, you will inevitably begin to develop the best in yourself and destroy the worst. Trading will make you a disciplined, stressful person. You will treat losses correctly so that they do not lead you astray. You will take the time to plan not only your transactions in the market, but also your life in general. You'll have to start doing this all because otherwise you will not be successful in this business. Trading is a test of your stamina and mental capabilities. You should not go crazy with losses and should not lose your head when making a profit. You should not doubt your strategy at losses. You should analyze. Without all the above, trading can destroy you and your account. Do work on mistakes. Rest when you feel that you are losing control of the situation. Develop and analyze, removing harmful emotions away. As always, do your own research and always trade safely, guys. We continue to pray for the people of Ukraine.
So enjoy your day, everybody. I'm always here for you. Leave any comments or questions below, and be sure to subscribe. But thanks, everybody. I really appreciate you. Enjoy your day, and I always have your back. So thanks so much, everybody.